Well, here's my latest project. Got a little Black& Decker, and this thing almost looks like a toy. A little toy vacuum cleaner. Yeah, our neighbor gave it to us when they were moving. It's been sitting out in the garage, but I've been thinking about using it back here on the back porch to clean up the patio rug, indoor-outdoor carpet. Something nice and easy to clean up with, and not too big. And I have an older one here, and see, on this one, yeah, right there. I gotta fix that hose. Gotta fix that hose. But anyway, this one, I just plugged it in. There, it's powered up. And turn it on. She's a screamer. I'm sure you can hear that. So let me turn it back off. But the wheel's not spinning. And that's what we're going to check into right now. The roller brush, the brush, is not spinning. So I'm suspecting the belt's bad. Let's check it out. All right, so we're going to try to access the belt. I believe it's right here. So got my driver. Hopefully this all fits because I didn't bring anything else out here currently. There's one screw. And when you take these screws out, always make sure they're the same length. Because if you're taking one out and it's shorter, always remember where it goes, where you can put it back in the same spot. Okay. It's only 3 more screws and we got this whole cover off. Let's see what we got. Yep. So far, that's pretty handy dandy right there. All the screws are the same size. All the screws are out from what I can see right now. And we gotta pull a little cover off. And I reach down here, right here, and pulling this out. Yep. And up here. Sometimes they got like a little. Yeah, see, it did. It had these 2 clips right here. See them? And this is dirt, or is that foam? Is that? Double check. Oh, I think that's just dirt. That's just dirt. But always look, because it could be foam. And if it's foam, you want to put it back. But that's just old nasty dirt. All right, let's put that. I ain't got my trash. I'll put it over here. All right, so there's a cover. I gotta clean all that out. And look, just as I suspected, the belt is bad. All right, so the roller, well, that thing spins nice and easy. And you want to get, before you order your parts, I wanted to see what was wrong with it before I spend any money. I could have just put the model in and ordered the belt, but I decided to go ahead and take it apart first. And we'll pull this wheel out because it's got grunge over here. Make sure, well, you know the belt goes back on this side. But in older models, vacuums, you could rotate this. And I don't know if it's going to matter in this one. But you could rotate this like this. And that would make the brush extend to the floor a little bit more. And you wouldn't do that unless it was used for a while. So I don't know if this vacuum has that capability or not. But anyway, this is a position it's coming out in right there. I'm going to go ahead and mark it. I'm going to mark this I'm going to mark it with a black marker. That makes sense, right? I'll see that. I'll see it. Okay, I'm marking this right there. This is the bottom. In case this does have that thing, because this vacuum's pretty new. So, and these brushes are all good. So anyway, you want to take that out. And you're going to clean it up. Get rid of all the hair and stuff. Set it off to the side. You got to clean all this stuff out of there. Oh, dried up. Probably cat poop. I mean, whatever. Whatever they use it on. I have no idea. Anyway, if you pay attention, right here is where that belt hooks or loops around and comes around the roller. And on this, looks like they got it pretty hot. See how it turned blue? It's got a little rust on there. Let me turn the torchy light on there for you. But anyway, you can see that's kind of rusted up there. It's not big. It wouldn't be too good for that belt. And that would cause the belt to actually burn up a little easier if it got stuck for a second. So I got a method to fix that here in a second. But we're going to turn this on. Let me plug it in. All right, she's all plugged in. I'm going to turn it on. We're going to make sure that spins. And that's spinning like a demon. So that's good. The only thing we need for this is the belt. And while you're down here, go ahead and check this hose. This is where the dirt goes into your up to your thing here. I want to check that. Make sure it's all good to go. No cracks in it. And once you got all these different items checked, and while you're here, you check for your HEPA filters and make sure all your filters are good before you order your belt. That way all your supplies come in at the same time. So that should be the part number we need right there, the bdlce101. It's a Black & Decker. And we'll go see if we can find that belt. And we're going to check these other filters too. And this is really a nice little vacuum. Doesn't weigh nothing. It's got a, like I was telling you, we're going to go ahead and check the rest of these little filters and stuff before we order any parts. So let's see what's up here. That just needs to be washed, cleaned out. That just needs to be done but cleaning, a little bit of cleaning. This part here looks fine, it just needs to be cleaned. Alright, so I can put it all that back together. I'm going to clean it later. I'm not going to put you guys through all that. We'll check down here, make sure this flap is good. Push that button. Yep, the seal is nice. See that seal all the way around there? Looks good. Pull off that little bit of lint. Well, close this back up. Got instructions on how to do everything right there. Maintenance guide. Doesn't tell you how to change the belt though. There's a part number, I think, off this belt. Well, it is off the belt, but I'm saying, I think that's the part number. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a picture of that. Or do a Google search with that number. And see what happens. Let me snap a picture of that real quick. Anyways, installing the belt is pretty straightforward. You're just going to put it around here first and put it back here, and then pull your roller till it slides down inside here on both sides, and it's time to put the cover back on. Alright, there it is. I'm going to install the screws. And if you remember right, we verified all these screws are the same right length. They're the same length in the very beginning. That way, now it's time to put it back together, we're not having any issues with different length screws. Here's where having a magnetic tip pays off. Don't forget this plastic. You don't want to over tighten. So if you can't tell when to stop, use a regular screwdriver. And that should be it. Let's see if we got it. Alright. Time to plug it back in. Alright, got her plugged back in. Yeah. Pull this back, hit the button, and see if we hear that motor. It's definitely spinning. Now the other day, we took this all apart, if you guys remember, and I cleaned it all up. Cleaned this filter up. I can see a couple spots I missed. Put this back in there. And this goes back in there. There it is. The front was bigger than the two side ones on this unit. Make sure you get this pre-filter, which is the white one, all nice and tucked in there. That way it's going through the pre-filter before it gets to the foam one. Close that lid. That lid closed by itself. That went on there. Let's see what it's like. Well, I would say this little bad boy has got more vacuum power than that big giant Eureka over there. Look at the sand I pulled up in just a few minutes. That was perfectly clean. All right, that's the conclusion. Hope that helps you if you need to replace your belt on your Black & Decker small vacuum. I'll tell you which model number it is. You have a good day. And if you found this information useful, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. It helps my channel grow. And we can save little babies like this over and over. Hope you guys have a good day. Please subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. Thanks.